Hey, it's Tash. How are you? Happy Friday afternoon. I am coming to you from my kitchen table, dining table out in my living area. I've been working out here for the last couple of days and I've just realised why. Apart from the fact that I like a change of scenery sometimes, I have just realised that my office has become too messy and it didn't feel nice. So instead of tidying it up, I moved rooms. So after this video, I'm going in to clean up my office before I settle into the weekend because I can't live out here all weekend and can't work out here all weekend. So let me know if you've done that, if you've just moved rooms rather than clean up your office when things just get a little out of hand. I wanted to jump in and just share some insights from this week about your support crew and why you need to have people around you that support you and urge you to go where you're a little bit scared to go. So this morning I did a video for Laura Husson for her Ascension Mastermind. So I was in Laura Husson's Ascension Mastermind for 2017. And this morning I made a little video for her just to explain what it was like and the experience that I had, what I expected going in and what I actually got out of it. And it was a really nice way for me to cap off that experience and just to go back through and reflect on what I actually achieved in that year. Quite often we're going for certain levels of success or certain things on paper that we think will mean that we've made it. And when I looked back, the things on paper that I went into that group or that I was expecting to achieve hadn't all happened, but there was a really good reason for that. And that was that this group that I was in, this mastermind, allowed me to drop a heap more layers, drop a heap more filters, to really uncover more of who I really am and to uncover more and more of my resistance that I'd been hanging on to. I've been pretty good at breaking down resistance and understanding it and helping other people break down their own resistance, but there were still some things I hadn't been able to move through by myself, and having this amazing group of women around me to support me through that and to cheer me on and to call me out on my own bullshit and all of that good stuff was one of the biggest gifts I've ever been given. It was amazing. And what I've also found in this, on my table, what I also found in this past week of just finishing up my 100K in 100 days challenge for round one, and just reading through the testimonials, reading through the comments of the people that are coming on for round two, just getting the updates from everyone as to what they've achieved in that 100 days. It was so beautiful to see that it was the support and the community that got them through so many things. And I think that's what we need to remember, and that's my reminder for you today, is that you can't do this alone. You can do this alone, it's not as much fun, and you're probably not going to get as good results if you try and do everything by yourself. If you sit there trying to figure everything out, trying to have those conversations with yourself, trying to overthink everything, it's really hard to talk yourself out of fear and doubt. It's really hard to talk yourself into action when things are uncertain and when they're a little bit scary and when you can't quite piece things together. Like, you have a general sense of what's going on and where you want to go, but it's still a little hazy and you can't quite see what the next step is, or you can't quite believe that it's the right step for you. When you have a group of supportive people around you that get the journey that you're on, that can see things that you can't see for yourself because we get too emotionally attached to our ideas, our past experiences, our thoughts, beliefs, and habits, all of that. You need people on the outside that can look in and give you a different perspective, and that can look in and say, you know what, I think you should try this, or I think you should go for that. Or for the last 5 conversations you've had, or we've had, all you've talked about is this thing over here. Why aren't you focusing on that? And it's really funny when these things are pointed out to us, it makes so much sense. But we can't always see this stuff for ourselves. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share, is my big realization that support is key. I have grown so much in this past 12 months. I've dropped so many layers of resistance and shoulds and all the things I thought I should be doing were not actually really important to me at the end of the day. And what that has allowed me to do in learning how to navigate that and to drop those layers and to become more of who I want to be going forward, it's really allowed me to step into the ideas that I've been really curious about, but never quite game enough to fully step into. And that's what this week has been all about. I've really given myself permission to take the next direction that's inspiring me and that's exciting me. Because what we do is we try and find that perfect little fit in business. We try and find that perfect little sweet spot, that thing that's just right for us. And sometimes we find that, and that's great. And I've found that a few times, and that's been really good. But what happens is we do that for a little while, and we are human beings. We are built for growth and evolution. And we stay comfortable there for a little while, and then we get on to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And excuse my dog who's having a little bark in her sleep over in the corner. So we're always evolving. But what that feels like internally is it feels exciting, and you really want to go explore those things, but moving away from certainty and moving away from the thing you've just developed can feel scary. And not everyone goes through this. Some people are quite happy to do one thing and just evolve in that one area. For me, this past 8 years of business has just been a pure journey of discovery in so many ways. I've done so many iterations of my business, and some have been really financially successful, but not emotionally sustainable for me, because I wasn't in love with it enough to keep going in that direction. But what I have given myself permission to do is to keep stepping into the new thing with curiosity and inspiration to see where that takes me. And that's always led me to the next step and the next step and the next step. And what's unfolding has been amazing. I'm meeting the most amazing people from all over the world. I am helping people achieve things they never thought possible. I'm achieving things that I never thought possible, in the sense that a few years ago, this version of my reality did not exist. And that's the same for all of us, is the life that we have today is just one little piece of the puzzle. It's just one moment in time. And you have the choice to decide what your next step is going to be. And you have the choice to decide who you want to be every day when you show up in the world, who you want to grow into, and who you're going to take on that journey with you. And who are you going to let support you along the way? So maybe I'm getting a bit D&M on a Friday afternoon as the week is wrapping up. Hey Jason, how are you? Long time no see, buddy. I'm just reflecting on my week of insights around seeking support. When we run businesses by ourselves, it's really important to seek support when we're going and doing all the things, and also when we are growing into different versions of ourselves. Versions I think that have always been there, but maybe we've kept them a little bit hidden away for quite some time. And that's been a massive theme in the 100K group that I've just been running, is we're all allowing ourselves to be much more of who we really are, instead of the filtered down, hidden, scared version. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Jason, you're just jumping in at the end, so feel free to go back and watch the replay. But yeah, I think it's really important that we seek support, that we get guidance from those that understand the journey that we're on, and that are stepping into things that we want to step into. So I know when I choose to work with a coach, I go for people that are doing the things that I want to be doing, that are stepping out of their comfort zone, that talk the language that I understand and that I resonate with. There are thousands of coaches out there. There are thousands of programs out there. Not everyone is going to be suited to you. So you have to go and do a gut check and find the people that you resonate with, that understand where you're coming from and where you want to go, and then jump on board with them. However long that journey is together. I've had coaches for a month. I've had coaches for 6 months, for 12 months. It's all different. And my 100K and 100 days group was 100 days of, we didn't know what when we first started on this journey. To be honest, we didn't know what. We just knew we were all ready to play a bigger game with our ideas. And for most of us in that group, we did that. But like with any opportunity and any situation, it really is up to you at the end of the day what you do with the information you're given, what you do with the prompts you're given, what you do with the opportunities that you are given. And if you find, like I did for years and years, that you seek the opportunity, you see the opportunity, you get excited by the opportunity, and then you shrink back from the opportunity because it's too hard, too scary, too unknown, too whatever, that's when you need some more help. That's when, if you're not being able to step into that fully by yourself, then you need to ask for support. And you need to ask for support for the people that are on the same journey, that are trying to grow and stretch and evolve and step into a much bigger and better version of themselves. So round 2 of my 100K and 100 days challenge is opening up. We start on Monday. We did have people join the challenge for the first few weeks. So if you're on the fence, I would really encourage you to come in over the weekend so you can join and start with us all on Monday. But if it comes back to you as something that's still tapping away a week or 2 down the track, then listen to that. You know, it's an opportunity that is there waiting for you to come and join us, and to, it's not just about the money. This 100K and 100 days challenge, it can be about the money if you want it to be, but this is a challenge of growth, personal and professional growth. It's about you understanding and acknowledging and taking ownership of the mind shit that has kept you really small, and allowing yourself to play a bigger game, allowing yourself to get more visible, allowing yourself to set a much clearer vision on what you are here to achieve. There's been so many great realizations in the current group that I'm just so excited by what's ahead for so many people in the group, especially the ones that have signed up for round 2, because they know that this is just the beginning. So on that note, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to wish you all an amazing weekend. I'm off to Sydney in the morning with my son and a few of his friends. I'm going to drive up to Sydney for the day with the boys. They're going to skate all day. I'm going to read all day. It's going to be amazing. I have my picnic and my camping chair and my pile of books set. So that is me. I drive to Sydney, they skate, I read. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful arrangement. So yeah, I'm going to put a link to the 100K and 100-day challenge if you are interested in joining. If you have any questions about it, then just let me know. Make a comment on this video. Let me know that you came back to watch the replay. Send me a message or send me an email, natasha@natashavanzetti.com, because there is so much opportunity waiting there for us if only we figure out how to make the most of it and how to embrace it and to overcome the overthinking that usually comes in and derails our best intentions. So have an amazing Friday. I wish you all so much wonder and delight in everything that you do, and I will talk to you very, very soon. All right, see ya.